Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. Ryan Engelstad here with another thrifting video. The snow has finally melted here in Minnesota again, so I got the stuff out from the last few weeks, and we'll see what we got. I'll start with the ones I know I'm pretty safe on what I bought. I'll move to the ones and you tell me if I overpaid or not. So, alright, so these are just foam Thor hammers that were $1 a piece. Alright. There's been several sales, so a lot of these aren't the prices that I paid. So this was $1, that one was $1, this was $1. I did pay the $2 for a long strike barrel. I don't think anybody will fault me on that one. Proton was $1, this was $3. I was going to pass on this. It was $7.50 because it was half price. It does work. It does have a magazine and has 9 shells. And I've said before that I'd pay about $1 a shell. So since the shells outweighed the price and it was working and had the magazine, I went with the Hawk there. This I got free because I bought the Hellfire, and I found this a few days later at the same Goodwill. The Busby Covert Squad only won, but it had the batteries. I turned it on and just to test it out, and I left it in the car on. I didn't even think about it when I was at Cub Foods. Came back out and I could hear the walkie-talkies at the local Cub Food. So that's interesting that it picks up those frequencies out in the parking lot. Makes you wonder how good the transceiver on those is. $2 Eradicator, I was going to pass, but then our big game coming up is Busby sponsored, so I'll probably just give that away. I have no idea about this, but I do know the CPS ones are desirable, and this one I've never seen before. And my rule of thumb is if it's never seen it before, and it's a good price, I buy it. So, moving on. Let's see, this is probably the oldest one I got. If you look at the date, focus, 1989 Tonka, old school Nerf, the little ball shooter, and it did come with 5 balls, so that was cool. They're probably mangled and destroyed balls, but it came with the 5 balls, so that's groovy. 2 others I know I'm really safe on my purchase. Never had a chance to buy them before. They both work. And these are the pump action shotguns, I believe. Anyway, they're the Ertl. They have a huge plunger tube in them. That's NIC modding at its best back in the day. Again, they were both at the same Goodwill at the same time, so there was probably, 2 kids, and they both got turned at the same time. Thank you, Austin Smith, for your modulus. A deploy that was $3. The Target, I think, was only $1. No, $1.50. Again, I wouldn't have normally bought this, but this was 75 cents because it was 75% day. And I figured it had been sitting at the Goodwill all that time. I'll take it home for... It does work, so I don't know if I'll just scrap it for parts right away, but... yeah, you can tell it's been in the sun too. So, a Vulcan-built, yet another Lawbringer. I think I've gotten a Lawbringer every thrifting trip. This is for parts, unless Busby Jake, might as well be Busby Jake. Mongoose Jake is interested. I'll send it to him. I don't know if he's collecting all the Tech 6 variants like we collect Mavericks, and another old vintage Busby is always fun. A $2 Vulcan withstand, no battery door or battery tray. It does have the switch plate, it does have the priming handle, and it does have the tripod. So that was a steal, can't walk away from that. This was on the 25% off day, but it came with an 18 and a 12, and it's a nice clean long shot, so we got that. Phantom Core Helios. These 2 pieces are taped to the outside. I have no idea where they belong. It works without them. So we got that. Another Helios to throw on the pile. These were $1 each. The Star Wars little blasters. Again, yeah, I think that was 50 cents. This was $1.50. This was $1.50. Still has little dealy bobbers on it. Alright, now we're getting into a garage sale I came across. This was $1. This was $2. Let's see. This was in the dollar box. What else? These were either $1 or $2 each for each Scout. A Wrench Blast. No ammunition, but it works. And it has the handguard. That's pretty groovy. Let's see. Magnum Super Drum. Another $1 Pink Crush. $1 Sight. $1 Boomco Batman. Optimus Prime from my childhood. No hands, but he is complete and in great shape. Flip Fury in the bottom. The last, so this would be 3 for 3 on the Scouts. This was $1.50, and it has some tape and some marker that has to come off. And here's the trailer for the old Optimus Prime, so that'll go on my collectible shelf. So, I don't know when you guys are thrifting, if you guys come to the same problem that I come across sometimes, where they price something like this, and you get it for $1.50 with batteries. Oh, I must have left it on. Anyway, and the belt, and then they start pricing Tech 6s and Tech 8s and whatnot for more. So even if you would have bought them on half price for like a couple dollars, you won't, because you're the kind of a victim of your own success on getting that so cheap. So I did leave quite a few blasters on the racks just because of that reason. So moving on, we have a Dual Strike, a Corner Shot, Sneak Shot. This is also from that garage sale. A Dauntless, a Negotiator, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Persuader. A Bag of the Flags. Brand new AccuStrike, Nerf official AccuStrike. Blue Mega Thunderbow. Didn't have one of those before, so that was a good find. A vintage Busby Sawtooth. I had one of these as a kid. I even had 2 clips for it. A complete Apollo. I only say that because it has the magazine on the bottom. A working Mag Strike. That was also from that garage sale. That was $2 or $3. But it has the mag, so that was worth it for that. This was $2. And I just grabbed it because, just because. A pair of Dreadbolts. One with the scope and arrows, one with no scope and no arrows, and only $5 versus $7.50. So, yeah, you guys can tell me if they overpaid on those or not. A Boomco Rapid Blast, Rapid Man. No, it's not the Rapid Madness. Anyways, the Boomco guy. A complete Demolisher for $5 with batteries. No missile though, unfortunately. Second Magnum Super Drum, Busby Star, a Retaliator that, yeah, for $5, I think I did just fine on. I really hemmed and hawed on it, but then it had all the extra parts. And then a boogie board thingy that we can use to make a shield was $3.50. Alright, now we're getting to the ones that you guys tell me if I overpaid or not. So, a Long Strike Pede Dur, because it has the Raider drum, Stampede parts, it has the barrel, no sight, and 2 6 mags. So if you actually park those things out, I did just fine. But $15 is a lot to pay for a reverse plunger blaster. But it also has some very valuable streamlines in there, so we'll have to get those out and restore them to their mint condition to put in the Streamline Museum. Yeah. And then these last three are also ones that I really hemmed and hawed. Waited and wasn't sure. These are from a Goodwill that always overprices everything, but that means they always have something to look through, because people aren't just going to buy everything when they're priced higher. But these are on the half price day. So $7.50 for a Mega Tunge, a double breach with the ammo holder, a $7.50 Surge Fire, just because I didn't have one and I kind of wanted to play with one, and that's still cheaper than what they go for new, and it is like in perfect shape. So I figured it was worth the risk. And another demolisher with an 18 meg. Someone painted black, and that's why I was going to pass. It's like, I really don't need a black 18 meg, but then I remembered Captain Xavier is coming to the May event, and his colors are orange and black, and he likes 18 drums. So we'll just take that out of that and throw it in our bag for the May event. So, yeah. So, now on this lovely late winter, early spring day, I'm going to go through the blasters and take out batteries and sort on what I'm going to do with these, and that should take me a little bit of time, I think. So, hope you enjoyed. Again, let me know how I did on those other blasters, if I made out okay or not. Yeah. And hope you guys all have fun thrifting wherever you are. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.